Hello guys, hope you're fantastic as always. My name is TK and welcome back of course to Minecraft Mondays Let's Build a Kingdom. Strangely enough this episode will be released on a Wednesday. I do apologise for that, but my PC actually decided to have its period this weekend and the hard drive kind of malfunctioned, but we've got around that now. We've decided to get a new hard drive and hopefully this recording will actually work, but I'm sure we'll soon find out. But obviously Minecraft Mondays, what we do in this episode or series shall I say, is I've decided as a Minecraft noob I'm going to take on the mammoth task of building my own kingdom in creative mode, so I have all the tools at my disposal. But what we're going to do now, we're going to firstly head into my house. Avoid that brief view then, that is spoilers I guess. So we're just going to head into my house. We've swapped a few things around in here just to make it look a bit more professional I guess. We've actually added some doors to the doorways. It was kind of just a blank space before, and obviously if we want to keep the nasties away then we should really invest in some doors, so I had to place some doors in the doorways just to make it look that more professional I guess, as I said. So if we head upstairs it's all pretty much the same. Oh, and we've got a bit of atmosphere now, it's actually raining. Now the back of the kingdom, holy shit, the back of the kingdom is still a barren wasteland pretty much. We've not concentrated too much on that part of the build as of yet, as you can probably see. There's a lot of lightning going on, so I think when we head outside we may become an electrical conductor. But everything inside is still pretty much the same. I may add some more furnishings at a later date, but for now I'm quite happy with this part of the build. So we'll just head downstairs. We've also swapped out the bottom flooring with stone slabs instead of wooden planks, just to make it look a bit more three-dimensional I guess, a bit more of a palette swap, so it's a bit more eye-catching. But now into the city, we'll just close that. We don't want any leakages from this rainstorm. A few things we've added, or shall I say changed really. We've changed a lot of the flooring to make it look a bit more colourful, make it a bit more eye-catching. We've swapped some of the block pavings for some different colours and some different palettes. I think that looks quite nice now. I'm quite happy with that, I must say. We've also swapped this watch feature at the same. We've added some more colour, we've added some more dimension to it to make it stand out slightly more. Again with the flower beds, we've changed these up slightly. It was all one dimensional, one variety of plants, one colour, so we've changed that up to make it a bit more dramatic and eye-catching. The church itself has actually changed quite a bit inside. We'll just head in there in a moment. The graveyard. Now the graveyard is all pretty much the same. We've swapped it out though. We've made it look, how do we say, I'm sick of saying this word really, but I've made it look more professional I guess. It all looks a bit more tied in with the rest of the build. We'll talk a bit more about this at the end of the episode. This is a bit of a critical part in this series, kind of. It's just a way to get you all involved a bit more. So now into the church itself. I can actually levitate too, I didn't know if you knew about that. But into the church, which has actually drastically changed I think to the previous episode. What we've done, we've brought the ceiling a bit lower, a bit more three-dimensional. It looked a bit bleak, just right-angled 90 degrees corners before. What I will say is that I've actually joined some Minecraft forums since the last build to try and gather some tips I guess from veteran builders. And one thing I didn't know is that you can actually just add signposts to the end of things. So what we have now on our pews is we actually have some armrests which look a bit more sophisticated really than just some standard seating. And also we've changed up the altar drastically. We've added some candles, and we've also added some enchantment tables to do our readings from. I think there is a ghost commanding our altar right now, so I think I'm just going to exit this place. We shall never speak about this again. Goodbye, ghostly friend. But everything else pretty much is relatively new now. So the first thing we're going to do, I've just recently built this. I've been looking at some tutorials online of how to manage building roofs. I've struggled with that quite a lot. I think I'm still kind of a novice when it comes to roofs, but I think that is drastically better than anything else I've built so far. Now this is just a house. I think I'm going to kind of turn this part of the area into some kind of residential housing buildings, something like that. But the house is completely furnished. We have a seating area, we have bookcases, we have a chest, we have a furnace, another chest, a crafting table, and a double bed, and it's all furnished and finished off with a nice brown rug. I may change the colour of that. I mean, it does look a bit disturbing, a bit of a brown rug. It looks a bit moth-eaten brown. I think I may change that to a nice red or something else of a bright feeling. But yeah, it's pretty standard really. It's just a house. But we do need some kind of residential housing, I guess, seeing as this is a city in itself. Now this, what I did ask at the end of the last episode is if anyone has any suggestions they'd like me to try and build. Probably unsuccessfully. I don't know how well this actually looks really. I'm quite proud of it, but I will put a link to the comment below. Eddie Friday mentioned that I should in fact try to build a windmill. Now I do know you can actually make windmills work, but I've not really gone into that just as of yet, shall I say. Maybe at some point I'll try and make this windmill turn, but I think that's something very, very veteran to my cause at the moment. I am still very much a noob to Minecraft. But I think I've done quite a nice job, I guess, on the actual framework, the design work of the windmill itself. Now I'm not going to show you inside the windmill as of yet because it's just empty as of now. I'll just prove that. I've not actually managed to put anything in here as of yet. These patterns on the floor are not just patterns, they're actually an idea I'm working on within the windmill itself. But that should come at a later date. We've made some water features. I'm hoping to add something else in these little gardens as of yet. But I've not really come up with anything at this point. But we will get there. And as it's a windmill, windmills are normally catered, I guess, to kind of farm oriented kind of places. So what we've done, we've made a wheat gathering garden just in front of the windmill blade itself, just to make it tie in with the actual windmill itself really. Make it a bit more, what's the word, career driven. A windmill needs some kind of farmyard. So we may make some animal pens and everything else at a later date, but just for now we've made a little wheat garden. Right, so that is the windmill. Thank you Eddie Friday for the suggestion. I hope I've done it some justice. Maybe not, but I'll leave that up to you. Obviously we've worked on the gardens yet again. I know they are kind of copy and paste for now, but I think it looks quite nice. We've added some trees and some long grass into this one just to make it slightly different. I think that actually looks quite nice though for a little bit of an overgrown garden. I'm not going to change that. I think I'm going to leave that just there. But now we come to a kind of market shopping district kind of. We have a weapon shop, we have an armour shop, and we also have a potion shop, along with some more overgrown gardens. I mean, it's going to look a bit crazy really if it's all just flowers. I think we need some other kind of plant life, some other kind of scenery, and involve some trees. So I think it looks kind of nice. I may change it up at a later date. But into the weapon shop, it's all kind of the same in these places. We have some furnaces, obviously. If the guy's working with metal or raw materials, he has to burn them down to be able to shape them, etc. We have a counter area, and up above the counter we have the items up for purchase. But yes, this is all pretty much copy and paste in the other buildings, but we'll just take a look in them anyway. Now I'm going to use the actual walkways. I'm not just going to cheat and walk across. Anyone who does that shall be put in jail. There should be one of them coming at some point, I hope. I mean, there has to be some kind of law enforcement in any kingdom really, doesn't there? But once again we have some more furnaces. We have an anvil to work on plates, armour of course. once again with the counter, and obviously the items of sale above the counter itself. So obviously we have all armor sets, and we also can work on horse armor. Horse armor, that was a weird way of saying it. We'll just shut that behind us. I hope I've shut all the doors. I'm sure I've got OCD, so next time we have a walk around, if all the doors are not shut, I'm probably going to cry. But the item shop is pretty much the same. We have some bottle dispensers here though. We also have a cauldron. Obviously a witch or some potion brewer is going to need a cauldron to create all their concoctions. And once again, above the counter we have all the items available for sale in this apothecary. I can never say that word. A potion shop. But anyway guys, that is the build as of yet. That is what I've actually managed to do in the past week. Since the last episode. I'm getting to grips, I think, slightly. Ever so slightly, shall I add, with the terms of building. I'm getting slightly more confident, I think. I mean, I can... Relatively, I'm doing things a lot faster, which is the problem I had in Minecraft to start with. I mean, within about 5 hours, we didn't really get much done. And I think within about half of that time, really, I've actually managed to cater all of this around us. So we're also getting slightly faster, as well as getting more comfortable with building itself. But anyway guys, the one thing I will say, obviously at the end of this episode, as of the last episode, the graveyard itself is pivotal, how do you say that word, pivotal to this build. If you'd like your names to be featured on the gravestones, then just let me know in the comments down below and I'll happily add you into that. It is obviously sadistic, but it's a way to get you involved. And also, as of Eddie Friday, also add your comments below, giving me any suggestions what you'd like me to try and build. There is one suggestion thus far, and I think I've done it some kind of justice. But anyway guys, I hope you're fantastic as always. This has been Minecraft Monday once again. I apologise that it's on a Wednesday, but sometimes we come into some technical difficulties, and I've tried to work around that as best I can. But as I said, hope you're fantastic guys. Until the next time, I bid you farewell. See you later guys.